Welcome back to Flowers. Summertime and the living's easy. The last time we were together, I guess things were getting maybe a little easier between Erica and her, well, her haughty new amitié partner slash roommate. Definitely experiencing a bit of an adjustment period with one another, so maybe we'll see some positive movement in the right direction while they get all of this sorted. So without further ado, let's just do the damn thing. Who comes to a Let's Play to listen to somebody talk? That doesn't actually make much sense. I feel like that's a very integral part of a Let's Read / Let's Play, isn't it? Anyway, sleepy baby here. I guess she's just waking up. After yawning widely, I suddenly get the sense that something's off. A small niggling sensation that something's not quite right. As though I've just realized that the scenery I've been staring out at is just a reflection. That's me at like 3 p.m. every day. The 3 p.m. crash is real. Even that niggling sensation in the back of my mind can't win out against my morning doziness. I'm done for the minute I flop down on my face and press my cheek against the cool sheets. I nuzzle my cheek against them a few times and then out like a light. Let's go. I'm with you. It just be like that sometimes. I mutter goodnight to no one in particular, closing my eyes as I'm led off to the land of Nod. It's a good way to start an episode, right? She's gonna love this. She's gonna be very excited at this turn of events. A voice that brings with it a faint sense of nostalgia from a faceless someone. The blankets are yanked off me. Even though it's summer, the morning air is chilly, and as it reaches my skin through my thin nightgown, I open my heavy eyelids. She hurries me along, my uniform in her hands, as I pull my shoulders in so that it's easier for her to slip it on me. Well, that's forward progress. I listen to her instruct me through the process in a quiet voice as though to a small child and reflect on the fact that a full week has already passed now. You're doing good. You've survived a week without killing each other. Takasaki's taken Sister Basquiat's place and is assisting me with everything except bathing. Over the last 7 days, Takasaki has gotten me up in the morning, taken me to class, and eaten 3 meals a day with me. Right, she's brought 3 meals a day up to the room and eaten here with me. Her response is concise and emotionless. I pick up a towel and go wash my face. Well, that's nice of you anyway. She leaves the room before I have time to respond. She's a hard read, isn't she? Isn't she, Erica? It's almost like somebody else we know. Maybe a little bit of a hard read. I watch Takasaki depart and then, stifling a yawn, put my hands on the wheels of my chair and go wash my face. The class scene has become a pretty regular part of my day-to-day life. Of course we gotta have Ave Maria. The Ave Maria echoes through the chapel, everyone listening rapt to the solemn voice. The person singing, Chidori Takasaki. It's the voice that I'd first heard beneath the cherry trees. Back then, my first reaction had been one of irritation, but hearing it again in a formal setting like this, I can tell just how talented she is. Yeah, she seems to have both nailed down pretty well. Shirahane must have overheard my muttering, so she looks over at me with curiosity. The final note is swallowed up by the chapel walls, and everybody's immediately in love. A huge round of applause takes its place. She was definitely good enough to warrant a clap or two from me, too. Damn! Even you softening up. I do like that they, remembered that a big hall like this would have some reverb in it, and that's part of the vocal mixing. Sometimes you don't get a lot of that in visual novels, so I appreciate that. And then the claps lack the same reverb. Sister Basquiat has Takasaki sit back down, then starts explaining the meaning of the Ave Maria to the class. Damn. She calmly repeats the bitter words I threw at her when we first met. Uh-huh. At my retort, she simply stares at me with that irritated expression of hers. Shirahane nods, and the president looks over at her restlessly. Is it out of concern for Shirahane, or is she warning us to stop whispering? Or is it both? Well, she's like the mother hen, so it's like both. Yeah, that's not how most shmups usually work. The twins nod in unison, as though what they're saying makes complete sense. It does to me. As somebody who's learned a lot of shmups in my day, it's definitely advice that you can't give someone, hey, just skip this level. Unless, there's some shmups out there that do have level select to play in preference and stuff, but most of the time it's a linear shot, start to finish. Okay, we're just saying it out loud now. Even better! There's somebody over here putting earplugs in Suo's ears. As soon as they've spoken, both girls look like they wish they hadn't. Oh yeah, that was a big one. Of course, it's because Shirahane is here too. They just had to go and bring up her amitié partner who disappeared. No, her girlfriend who disappeared. Usually the prez would smooth over this kind of awkwardness, but as we're in class, she hesitates to speak up. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's a whole can of worms. Let's just go ahead and shut that down real quick. Just right now anyway. Let's not handle this within earshot, maybe. Takasaki, who hasn't tuned into the mood at all, beats her to it. The other transfer students also are stealing curious glances our way at the mention of this unfamiliar name. At a loss, the twins both look at Shirahane, which Takasaki also notices. Oh, good! Good! Way to sell her out, guys! This isn't gonna be awkward or weird. She turns to Shirahane. A complex mix of emotion crosses Shirahane's face in that moment. Shame, bewilderment, and barely suppressed pain. She puts a hand to her chest and falls silent.
あなたが知っているのでしょ？誰なのかしら？小坂まよりさんは私のアミティエで。そうなの？それで。
Oh boy, just not taking the hint here at all. Just like you've not seen a third around, have you? Shirahane has her hand clasped to her chest. She's clearly struggling with some painful feelings. Yeah, no, you're upsetting her. I know it's not like me, but for some reason, my body moves of its own accord. I grab a hold of Takasaki's arm. These unusually considerate words slip from my mouth. Ugh. Boy, this girl is steadfast. Like, she's just, she's very incisive. She's, and she's just, like, reading the room and what others may be feeling at the time, or just trying to pick up on the atmosphere, not her strong suit. I frown. For some reason, the twins, who are looking at me as though overcome with emotion, but Takasaki doesn't seem to care and brushes my hand away. Oh, she's just like, yo, girl, I think you need to back down. You've been told to back down. Like, I think it's fine when you've been told like once or twice, like, and you persist. But when you've hit this level where everybody's just like, yo, dog, you need to chill. Maybe you like put it down and let it go for a little bit. I think Chidori needs to turn it a little bit more into more of a chill Dory, maybe. She bears down on Shirahane, and as I move to stop her, a quiet but decisive voice emanates out from behind Takasaki. Her words make it quite clear that she's taking no notice, but the president gives her an uncharacteristically angry glare. You only just now picking up on that, but maybe we could use that information going forward and be a little more considerate. I hope not. We're not exactly sure where she went, but I certainly hope it's not that one. Her disappearance, the simple fact that not being able to see her again, has a similar implication, but the president balls her hands up into fists and holds back her rage as an angry flush works its way up her neck. Oh no! We've heard this girl slam a wall before. We know she can mean business. Ignoring Hanabishi's glare, Takasaki turns her annoyed gaze back to Shirahane. Oh, good lord. This girl! Jesus! Woo! Incisive may just be an understatement. Woo! She mutters this like it's nothing. Oh god, you're gonna make Suo cry. Shirahane purses her lips, tears welling up in her eyes. She tries to hold them back, but unable to stem the swell of emotion, she's left helpless as a single tear leaks from her eye and makes its way down her cheek. Oh god. Oh, you... This is intense, dude. Whoa! Alright. Yeah, there's no way we didn't just attract the attention of literally everyone in this chapel now. She's no longer making any effort to lower her voice, and her shouting interrupts Sister Basquiat's lecture. All eyes in the class turn to us. Ooh, real motley crew we've got going on over here. It must be obvious to everyone what's happened. Hanabishi, glaring protectively over Shirahane, is the picture of righteousness. Naturally, our classmates' reproachful stares fall on Takasaki. She's probably just confused, but the way she narrows her eyes as she looks at Hanabishi makes it seem like she's glaring right back. There's like lightning kind of forming between them. And if that's how it looks to me, our classmates will surely take it the same way. Ooh, boy. Always like, man, she's so imposing. She is so imposing. Maybe because she's the only adult we have any kind of interactions with. But God, her presence is always so weirdly imposing. You always kind of just feel bad for upsetting her in any way. Sister Basquiat addresses the two of them, her expression as nun-like as ever. Needless to say, though, she's getting nothing from Takasaki, and Hanabishi is too emotional to speak up. Oh, Sister Basquiat pushes me for an explanation, and I'm gonna drop them cookies like it's nothing, because I'm completely weak to this girl. I think we gotta give a fair account here about what happened.
高崎が歌ったアベマリアからクラスで誰が一番歌がうまいかって話になりまして。ええ、それで話の流れから聖母祭での高坂の話になったんです。
Sister Basquiat makes a pained expression. She seems to have guessed the gist of it from what I've just said.
高崎は高坂のことを知らなかったので、高坂の話を白羽に尋ねて。
That's unusually straightforward for Erika. Sister Basquiat clasps my hand and whispers a thank you into my ear. Oh, good. Yes, apologize. This is gonna go well. Can they grit their teeth through an apology? Oh, yeah, this is gonna go well. Oh no! Just do it, girl. Just do the thing you were asked to do. Oh jeez. Oh yeah. This ain't working. These two are gonna be in a literal fist fight by the end of this game. Apologize, Hanabishi's on the verge of exploding with anger again, but a commanding voice causes both of them to straighten up. Oh God. Sister Basquiat looms over them, clearly not about to take no for an answer. Again, I wish they would have voiced that. I wish they would have given her just a straight, like, a very hard, like, fucking apologize now. I'm sorry for shouting. I'm not sorry for being mean to bitchhead over there. Each of them faintly offers their own hollow apology. God, she's so good. Sister Basquiat starts lecturing in a sing-song voice, a hand to her chest. She seems to think it's over and done with, but... yeah, I don't think she's gonna take, like, no for an answer. I think, like, Erika, you might have to just take it upon yourself to pull her to the side in your room sometime and just go, look, this is the thing, okay? I can't give you the full details because that's Suo's business, but this is a wound you don't need to be poking for very serious personal reasons. It's not like either of their apologies had been sincere, not Takasaki's nor the president's. I can tell that the embers are still smoldering among our classmates too, even if any trace of it is faint now. The only one who doesn't realize is Sister Basquiat, still moralizing oblivious. No, I think Sister Basquiat knows everything that's going on at all times. She's a people reader. Oh, damn! Just gonna lock them both in the school's hidden dungeon for, a couple hours so that they have a chance to think about what they've done, come out, and then have a sincere apology. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. That sounds kind of pleasant, really. The Sasaki twins let out an exaggerated sigh of relief at the unexpectedly lenient punishment. At least they seem to understand that all of this started because of them. Well, you get to help with the bunnies. And who would have a gentler hand than our lovely new Amitie? Her reluctance is plainly written on her face. I can't help but giggle, and my gaze meets Sister Basquiat's. What? I get punished too? What? Yeah, I'm with Erika on this one. What? Why do I gotta do it? This is totally out of left field, and for a moment I'm really taken aback. I look between Takasaki and Sister Basquiat. Damn. If we have joint liability by virtue of being Amitie partners, then why doesn't Shirahane have to take the president's punishment along with her? Although maybe it's better if I play up the fact that I'm confined to a wheelchair and can't really help out with that much. My Amitie partner has come over to stand beside me at some point, her expression despondent. Shirahane's eyes are swollen. The Sasaki sisters are watching us restlessly. I glance at the president, whose braids are still bristling with anger. Like, she's got like this flow of energy that's emanating off of her, that's like waving her hair around. My shoulders slump as I swallow my words. Yeah, she did. You deserved it. My Amitie partner's got her head cocked to one side. She still doesn't understand. Yes, she sure did. I'm gonna need you to not be literal for like 2 minutes. Despite my attempt to explain it in plain terms, she still doesn't seem satisfied. One of the Sasaki sisters, overhearing our conversation, expresses her sympathy. I'm honestly grateful to an extent that surprises even me. Oh, yes! Give Erika a hug! She deserves it. Erika always deserves hugs, though. She blinks at my unexpected banter and then hugs me tightly, as though in consolation. Oh, it's adorable. Why didn't we get a CG of that? I want a CG of Ichigo hugging Erika. Waiter. Bring me the mizu. She fires back at me coldly. Bunny rabbits are kind of a lot of work, really. I mutter under my breath. 1 week earlier, and since you are her amitié partner, Miss Yaigaki, you will join Miss Takasaki in looking after them. On Sister Basquiat's orders, I had ended up taking care of the newborn bunnies. I was about to say, God damn, how big did that thing grow over the course of a week? But no, it's just hay. Takasaki's arms are laden with hay to feed them. She gestures with her chin towards the tap located halfway between the rabbit pen and the greenhouse. I pull a face at the dirt track. It's tough going for the rubber wheels on my chair. Yeah, that's a good point. She's about to say something, but merely sighs. That's a very mean thing to say. But I just kind of expected at this point from Chidori. She spits out the words and puts down the hay, picks up the watering can, and stalks off to go fill it. Meanwhile, I pick up the bundle of hay left beside the entrance, open the door, and offer it to the mother rabbit. She stares up at me curiously. In addition to the Sasaki sisters and Shirahane, some of the other classmates come to play with the rabbits under the guise of magnanimity. They don't do too much to help out, but it does seem like they at least feed them their hay. The ideal life. I can't help but smile at the sight of the rabbits munching eagerly on the hay. All of a sudden, the adult rabbits shrink back in surprise. Yet. They've stopped eating and are eyeing me warily, perhaps fearful of that smile that people tell me resembles a cat's. Looking after these guys really is... In the week since we were ordered to take care of the rabbits, my classmates, the Sasaki sisters, and Shirahane have come to see us most days. Yeah, that's probably for the best right now. Perhaps it's still hard for her to show her face after the quarrel with Takasaki, even though Shirahane is happy to. And it's not just while we're here at with the rabbits that she's been avoiding her. It's the same in all areas of school life. She's gallantly doing anything she can for the other new transfer students, but not Takasaki. It seems that right now, both of them have simply decided to not get involved with the other. You don't exist to me, and I don't exist to you. Let's just, we can at least have that mutual relationship. Yeah, I'm sure things will go along just fine if we do nothing. That's how all situations get resolved, right? The mood in class is becoming slightly uncomfortable, but if things get too bad, I can just stop bothering to attend. That'd be no great loss on my end. That one word descends upon me like a slosh of ice water, and I hunch my shoulders and move away from the door to the pen. Before I can even answer, she's gone through the wooden door and inside. She obviously thinks that with the door left open, the rabbits might make a break for it. Once she's done pouring the water from the full can into the drinking bowl, the rabbits crowd around and start sipping from it eagerly. Maybe it depends on the season, but it seems like they do need more water than I thought. I watch as the rabbits lap at it with their little tongues. I mean, I'm sure they probably need a lot more hydration in the summer months, seeing as that it's hot as F. Well, actually, they're in Japan, so it would be hot as C. See what I did there? Expert jokesmanship, and nobody's gonna hear that! It's so good! When can I ever make that joke again? She grimaces at my words, then steps outside and picks up a book she'd left in the wheelbarrow and flips through the pages. Damn! After this curt response, all I can hear for a while is the whisper of the pages being turned. We'd taken on this job reluctantly, or at least I had, and I thought Takasaki had felt the same, but unexpectedly, my amitié partner has dug up a textbook on rabbit care from the library and has really thrown herself into the task of caring for them. Of course, our wonderful library fairies got it all sorted out. Takasaki's eyes are still glued to the page. I suddenly screech this out. Chidori is interesting. Like, the way that she kind of views the world and interactions with people, and just kind of like the fact that she just like does not see the weirdness that she just kind of had this bad run-in with Shirahane, and then suddenly going to see her at the library is also, well, it's your job, so you've got to do the thing. Like, it's so interesting. Is it that she can't read the mood, or that she just doesn't find it particularly all that interesting? My bookworm buddy's like the sprite of the library. I bet she can find books in there that are like needles in a haystack to anyone else. Takasaki goes back into the pen with a book. From the flow of the conversation, I take it she's observing the baby bunnies. She turns those irritated eyes of hers to the objects of her care. I put aside my questions at her weird turn of phrase, though I have half an urge to ask her what the hell a rabbit that doesn't look like a rabbit actually looks like. They're kind of rat-like. We went over that. God! She thrusts the book at me, her eyes serious despite my banter. She leans over with the book half open, glaring as she points to a section headed Growth Stages. At this proximity, the scent of peach, I almost said the scent of her peach. Ah! Why did I, even say it? Why did I correct myself? Why did I say that this is what I almost said? I am making, all the best decisions for this read-through. This is the most safe for work read-through that you could ever be watching. At this proximity, the scent of peaches, her delicate clavicle, and her defenseless chest are... No, I am not focused on any of the words that are coming out of your mouth. There are other things that attention has grabbed. She steps back with a frown. I've broken out into a strange sweat, and as I cough to recover myself and address Takasaki, she shuts the book.
それで、あとどれくらい世話をすればいいんだ？どれくらいとは？いや、だからさ、ずっと世話するわけじゃないだろ。
Don't look so confused.
マスキや教諭が言ってただろ。生まれてすぐの動物は間違いが起こりやすいから面倒を見てほしいのよってさ。だからある程度生態ってのか、手がかからなくなるくらいに成長したら世話しなくてもいいんじゃねえの。
She nods and flips through the pages again.
離乳期はおおよそ1ヶ月くらいだそうよ。1ヶ月か。
My first instinct is to say something cruel, but thinking of it that way, I figure I'm prepared to put up with just 1 month of it.
まあ世話をするって言っても餌やりと水替えと掃除くらいだし面倒はないか。病気も気をつけなくちゃいけないわ。ウサギも病気とかするのかよ。中耳炎になったりとか立派な身にしてるもんな。
Takasaki won't go along with my jokes and just continues flipping through the book.
有名なところでは不正交合と猛禽症があるそうよ。有名って言っても飼ってないんだから聞いたことないっつうの。ウサギの歯はずっと伸び続けるのよ。だからかじるものを用意してあげないと噛み合わせが悪くなるのだって。へえ、サメみたいだな。あれは生え変わるのよ。
She responds conscientiously, then moves on to the next page.
猛禽症は毛づくろいした時に自分の毛を飲んでしまうことによって起こるの。毛の塊が胃の出口を塞いでしまい、お腹を壊すだけでなく様々な疾患の原因となってしまうらしいわ。ああ、なんか前に見たことがあるな。確か猫とかがそうじゃなかったっけ。猫は毛を自分で吐き出せるわ。あなた微妙にずれた覚え方をしているのね。
God, Erica, why are you always so slightly stupid?
興味ないことはなるべく脳のストックに入れたくないんだよ。もともと動物とは相性が悪い。
You literally had one on your lap. You literally had one on your lap. We saw the CG. I flash her a grin, and then she disregards me distrustfully, just like the rabbits.
不正交合は硬いものを、猛禽症は食物繊維が多いものを与えればいいと書いてあるわ。どちらも干し草でいいらしいけど、他にも鼻風邪や目の病気も気をつけた方が良さそうね。
Just as I'm about to comment on her attentiveness... Oh! I hear a sneeze that seems almost orchestrated, and I stare at the rabbits, whose ears are pointing straight up in surprise. That was way too much of a human sneeze to come from a rabbit. But my brain, the first thought I had was, the rabbit just fucking sneezed? Like a human? I think you've come at a very bad time, Miss Ringo. I hear a familiar voice, then notice the Sasaki sisters waving to me. Which one of y'all got a cold? Oh, okay. It's Ichigo that's got it. It's allergies, like I'm having right now. I got this clump of stuff in my throat that just will not get out. The sisters hurriedly flap their hands at Takasaki's distinctly unamused look. Actually, the younger one's laughing. Seeing my bookworm buddies smile gently at me, presumably having been dragged along here by the twins, I scratch an eyebrow. We are going to die. You're going to die. I'm going to die. We're all gonna die! A line from the movie Battleship randomly pops into my head. I don't know that that's a movie I've ever heard anybody reference. That's a pretty weird pull. Why would such a disturbing line come to mind? I don't know, that felt rather ominous, Erica. Why would that line in particular come to mind? Then... oh no. Oh, I got a bad feeling. I got me a bad feeling about this. When I return to the classroom from the dorms after lunch, I hear the tense voice of one of my acquaintances. Gone. Don't tell me there's been another disappearance. The younger Sasaki's sister turns and looks to me hesitantly. Or rather, it looks like she's trying to choose her words carefully. Could it be? Hold on, let me get... Erica's got, like, party balloons and party poppers stuffed into her wheelchair somewhere. About ready to throw a little party here in class for everybody. The elder Sasaki's sister dashes over, almost barreling into me, and vigorously thumps her hand down on my shoulder. I guess that seals it. I barely hear the latter part of what she says. I mutter to myself. Damn. Like stuffing the party poppers back down. Like, well, hold on. Gotta make this... Gotta get myself out of this situation. You didn't see that. It was for a birthday party later. From behind me comes a familiar voice, cool and pointed as ever. The knowledge that she hasn't gone, that she hasn't quit, makes me want to breathe a real sigh of relief. It's an odd feeling. Oh, you're used to it now. You're used to that familiar smell of peaches emanating in the room. That's what I tell myself anyway. The elder Sasaki's sister answers Takasaki's question with a series of wild gesticulations. All of them? As soon as I hear that it's not a person who's missing, I immediately deflate. I feel like making a snarky comment. Yeah, I feel like that's not the thing you kind of want to joke about right now. Still, that's definitely a too soon moment. We were entrusted with their care, and if they're gone, oh, we done screwed up. Oh dear. Oh, this is gonna go real bad. The air in the classroom chills at the president's words. It's because she says it not so much like a question, but with a tone of accusation. Yeah, no doubt. She addresses me imperiously, and I respond, that's a pointless question. The words slip out before I can stop them.
誰でも開けられる缶以上だ。知ってるだろ。
The president nods, accepting my explanation.
で、ウサギがいないって見つけたのは。
The twins gingerly raise their
ウ
hands.
サギは基本隠れているんだし、いないって言うからには飼育小屋の中に入って調べたんだろ。そうです。
They both nod. Debating whether or not the pen is locked is hardly a productive approach, and making that point seems to have swept away some of their doubts.
とにかく見てみなきゃ話にならない。とりあえず現場に行ってみようぜ。
Investigation team, go! A small group of us heads out. We cross the gardens and arrive at the rabbit's pen.
開けるわよ。
She checks that the door is locked. It opens the catch and goes inside. Although there are just a few of us here, the pen still isn't big enough for everyone to fit inside. There's the Sasaki twins, who discovered that the rabbits were missing, Hanabishi, the class president, and Takasaki, who's under suspicion, and Suo Shirahane. I take up position in front of the door, blocking it off. Shirahane is gazing at the adult rabbits, her eyes narrowed sadly. The president, evidently holding back her anger towards Takasaki, is watching her Amitie partner restlessly.
高崎に強く出たのも白羽絡みだろうしな。
Ya think? And she'll also be aware that Shirahane has been soothing the pain of Mayuri Kosaka's disappearance by caring for the rabbits. That's probably why she got so emotional.
ちゃんと7はいるじゃない。
Takasaki does a quick head count, but the twins cry out in response.
親ウサギがいなくなったんじゃないんだってば。子ウサギだよ。4はいるはずが2羽しか見つからないのですよ。
This news hits me hard, and I give the place a good scan myself. Their faces pale, Shirahane and the president hurriedly search around in the dry hay.
お願い、みんなも探して。
At her plea, those waiting outside also crowd into the pen. I move so as to not get in their way.
どうしてあんなに焦っているの？脅かすなよ。お前は鏡るんだから探してこいよ。あれ以上は飼育小屋の中に入れないわ。それより私の質問に答えて。
She's staring at the president with a furrowed brow, apparently unable to understand the reason she's so flustered.
世話してたから分かってるだろうが、子ウサギはまだ満足に動けるような状態じゃなかっただろう。ええ、だから。
I sigh at her total inability to put two and two together.
これが親ウサギなら鍵がかかってなかったから逃げ出したで済むが、よちよち歩きの子ウサギが連れ立って逃げ出すわけがないだろう。
That's a good point. For some reason, Takasaki claps her hands together admiringly in response.
つまり誰かが逃がしたと考えているのね。ま、持ち出したか。最悪。野犬にやられたとか想像しちまう。
Oh, yeah, well, that's nature. I'd secretly been holding on to the idea that they were still in the hay somewhere, but everyone's currently digging through it hurriedly. And judging from how frantic the president is, I don't think they're gonna find them in there.
さすがにこれだけの数で探していないんじゃ。
I imagine that no one wants to give up hope in front of Shirahane, but the end of our lunch break is fast approaching. After searching for a while, the president calls out to the others and exits the pen. Her expression is grim.
ダメね。どこにもいない。でしょ？私の言った通りだったよね。
The twins seem to have taken the hint from the president's gloomy demeanor. They brace themselves, but keep their mouths shut. The silence stretches on.
高崎さん、今朝世話をしてからこの飼育小屋へは来ていないわよね。ええ、それが何？おい
It isn't like her to arbitrarily pin blame like this. Her words are pregnant with the implication that Takasaki might secretly have unlocked the door, no, that she might have taken the baby rabbits away herself. Her highly suspicious tone obviously got through to our classmates as they all start staring at Takasaki and me. Who would have thought it would feel this dreadful to be suspected without any basis for something you've absolutely no knowledge of? I don't care if people don't like me. I'm a misanthrope after all. I'm not so selfish as to crave affection from people I myself dislike. However, hearing the whispers of my classmates, no. It's not that the dirty looks from my classmates are pissing me off. It's that despondent expression of hers hovering behind the rest of them. Shirahane may get the wrong impression of me. The moment I consider that, my blood starts to boil. Aww. She wants to be depended on! That's so cute. You really do care! Oh, you are such a sweetheart. I'm angry. Yeah, let's let Erika handle it. I nod in response to her question. Alright, we're gonna be the detective now. It's quite the declaration. Ding dong bing bong! Alright, I think that is a solid stopping point for the Mo. That'll give us a chance to collect our thoughts and think about what happened to the rabbits. We can form our own opinions, we can come to our own conclusions, and then hopefully we'll come back next time and we'll have solved the great mystery of what happened to our poor little rabbit friends. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you had a good time, and I hope to catch you next time. You have a nice rest of your whatever it is, wherever you are, and we'll see you then. Bye!